Good evening, everyone. I'm just getting situated here. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. Those of you that ordered the class, this is going to be your July 27th packet. I apologize for running behind, but it's how it goes sometimes. So, my name is Mary Jo Snyder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States. You are watching me live here on YouTube, and I'm going to find myself so that I could share it over to my Facebook group and my page. And hopefully we are facing the right direction, because that was definitely a chore. They've changed some things. Imagine that. All right, so I'm going to share, copy link, go over to Facebook and go over to my something or other here and add it here. So many things you got to do to get this going. And I should be able to share to my group as well. And then we'll post and hopefully we'll be good to go. All right. So I've got, see if I can see comments. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Hopefully I'll be able to do this without any craziness going on. So this is our first card. I am not going to share measurements. Sorry about that. I do need to get out my stamps. Again, we are using the Greetings of the Season stamp set and dies, as well as layering leaves. And the, hey Cheryl, and the Spotlight in Nature dies I kind of incorporated as well, and the Bowl Punch. So I'm not sure which these cards will need. I did all the work on these a few weeks ago, and now I am just doing the videos. So here we are. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my For You stamp, and I am going to go ahead and get my Old Olive ink, as well as Pecan Pie. I know those are ones that I used very much in these projects for my 12 Days of Christmas, which really isn't 12 Days of Christmas. It is more like Christmas in July, and I've been coming to you when I've had the opportunity. So we're going to stamp the For You in Old Olive. This is a really easy layout, easily replicatable. Pretty sure you can figure out the measurements. So, of course, your card base is your standard card base that opens up like that. Then you have your layers here. We're going to go ahead, and again, this is basically instructions for the people that had purchased the Class to Go for all of the projects that I am doing in this class. So, it's basically letting them know how to assemble. And this layer goes on here. You hate covering up all these pretty layers, these pretty designs, but I'm loving the plaid. This gets dimensionals, not that sheet. There's that. I've got all these bits and pieces that I need to use up. Feel free to share the video. I would appreciate that very much. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. All right, now that I did that, I actually need to do this first. Oh, silly, silly girl. Just gonna set that aside for a minute. I think I could probably work around that. I'm gonna peel these up because I set them down before I needed to, because I need to wrap this around, and we'll adhere this to the front of the card base. with those dimensionals on it. Then I'll come in and tie a bow. Now my ribbon is not adhered to the back of these layers, so I should be able to move it around as needed. If I need a little slack on one side or more on one side. And get my fingers working. This is the sheer ribbon with the silver and white. I'm just going to tie that in a bow. You need to zhuzh it. I try to say that word, and it's funny when I say it. You ever say a word and it sounds funny to you? And grab some ribbon scissors and kind of angle those ends. So we got that. Then you'll go ahead and grab your other piece here. Actually, I'm going to cut this. Almost cut it with my ribbon scissors. That'd have been bad. And I'm going to put some up above, down below, so the ribbon kind of goes in between, so it's not creating extra bulk for me. The For You goes right there. And then there are beautiful little gems that I used, and they are from the, I already forgot the name of them and the packet is missing, but I've been using these right along with this class, and they are the, they're striped. So I'm going to cover up that hole with a larger one, but they got some stripes going on in the center of them. And, oh, that's a large one too. Grab a larger one, and that can go right there. So there is your first card. Super simple. Awesome, clean layout. Fun to work with. And if I can find these, I can tell you what they are. They're an online exclusive, and I can't look it up right now because I have both my devices going. So they are pecan pie and white, and they have kind of a striped edging inside there, but they are on the online exclusive products, so you can find that there. Card number 1. Card number 2, love it because we get to do some tearing and some coloring of the, or I should say using our blending brush on the edges. And we'll pull out that awesome stamp set, Rachel Tessman's $1 Million Stamp Set. And we're going to use, revert to this solid kind of leaf. I think it pairs nicely with the images in the designer series paper. Oh, that wiggled on me. Put that back down on the table. All right, now the inside of this card also mimics what's on the outside, so it kind of ties it all together. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to grab, oh, they are the Pecan Pie and Clear Ribboned Adhesive Backed Dots. Item number 164204. That was easy. All right, let's grab a piece of paper. It doesn't have any writing on it. I should have some grid paper out, but we'll just use this. Okay. And I'm going to add this here. I'm going to go Old Olive. So we're going to stamp it full strength. So first and second generation in the corners. And just kind of overlap. There's one. And same up here. You're going to do that to both. So there's one of them. Super simple. Adds such a nice touch to it though. And let's see. I'm going to kind of do the opposite this way because I need to fit in that sentiment. Oh, we'll keep that ink opened. The sentiment is kind of large. And it says, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and a cheerful celebration. Love it. So that is going to need a bigger block, which is somewhere right here. So we'll grab that. I'll go ahead and dab that in my ink. Now, I have used these several times so far, so I think they're pretty seasoned, but you could use your piercing mat underneath. Hi, Sharon. So there's that. All right, so we got that. And now we will, so we've got those two pieces. We've got our old olive card base, which is going to open that way again. We'll do all our assembling at once. We are going to tear each of these to kind of give it that torn effect. That was kind of a clean tear. So we've got Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, and of course we'll have the Designer Series paper for underneath. And it's got that white core, so that makes it even super cool. Because when you add your ink, so we'll come in with that piece of paper again that I set aside. We can add some of that ink to the edges here with our blending brush. We're just going to come in and just kind of blend some of that color on. I always start off to the side because I really don't like the harshness of when you first come on with your ink. And a little bit here. I think the edge is going to get covered, so that's good for that one. This one we're going to want to add some color. Now, this is a darker color, so you're going to want to come in with more ink, so it's going to show. And I want to do this entire piece because it's going to be all the way around. You're going to see this entire piece is what I'm trying to say. So we've added color to that one. And then I like this because it has the white core to it, so it's really going to show off that ink that you're adding. Now, I like to go in a circular motion most often. There. So we've got all that added. I can set this aside. See if I added any of that. Nope, to the inside. So we're good there. And then we're just going to layer these all together. So what I want to do is add adhesive here and make sure that it's the, whoops, didn't want to do that. You want that paper to show. So you've got it like that. I really like the effect of the coloring somewhat on the layers. Just a little bit of each showing. And then we're going to add that on. And I'm going to add this before I add it to the card base because I might need to trim the edges a little bit. In case the I didn't line them up right or they're not cut. You know, you can't always get a perfect cut when you're cutting. So I can see right here there's a little bit that needs to be trimmed. I'm just going to come in with my paper snips and trim that off like so. So now we're good. Then we can adhere this card together. So we'll put our layers on the front. Of course, I should have moved that over just a little bit, but we can fix that with some ink. Kind of add some green there. Go all the way down since we're adding that ink. Kind of distress it a little bit. I didn't line that up very well, but that's okay. And then on the inside, this other layer, like so. Hi, Ziana. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll come in again with those beautiful ribboned sequins or dots, they're called. And we'll add a couple of small ones scattered around like so. And it's nice to go in a triangular kind of to give it that, in photography, they call it the, oh, I just thought of it today, what it was, the rule of thirds. So you've got kind of, if you cut your section in threes, it kind of helps your eyes flow up and down the card or the project that you're creating. So there is that card. It's number 2. And number 3. So these are really simple projects, really, just to show off and utilize that awesome paper and that suite. All right, so did I already stamp that? No. All right, so this is very vanilla, and I've already done the tag, and that's with that snowflake, that topper punch. Got some ribbon. So we've used a gold silver trim combo pack. This comes with gold and silver. Adhesive back snowflakes, garden green ink, gold, yep, said that, vanilla satin ribbon, and that's it. And then we have our gold and that punch that we use, because that is still current in our annual catalog. So this, we're going to have the gold snowflake looking part on top. And what I want to do is adhere the back of these ends to the back side of this layer. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Oh, it needs to come down a little further. The satin the satin ribbon I always struggle with, because it always frays a lot on me. Of course it will, doing what I just did, because I yanked it off like that. So there's that. Probably could have gone a little bit lower or a little bit higher, but that's okay. Then we'll come in and we're going to add this flush to the card base, because the satin ribbon doesn't have a lot of bulk to it. So this will go flush to the card base, and hopefully I have my card base facing the right way. And it's one that flips this way. And this is also flush to the card base. And like so. Just kind of adds accent to the gold that is going to carry through the entire card. And we want to you and yours. So we've got that. It's going to get stamped in garden green. Oh, I'll share all the cards when I'm done here so you can see it, but you can go back and watch the replay, because it will be here forever and ever. So that's garden green. So I forgot to let everyone know I was using that color as well. We got the sun coming in, and this is going to, I'm going to just come in with my little guillotine, which I know we can't get our hands on anymore, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut a little bit off each end. So it ends up being about 1 and, what is it? 1 5/8. Excuse my reach. And with that, I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this, adhere this ribbon like so. So it's going to act as a layer. Okay, I'm already sweating, so I don't need that sticking to me. Or not sticking to me. We're going to angle cut these. What I was trying to say is making me warm with the sun coming in the window. Okay, there's that. We're going to add some more dimensionals. Let me grab another sheet. Looks like I'm all out of my big ones, so there's some more. And I'm going to try to avoid getting it on that ribbon, because that ribbon is kind of a little bit thicker, and I don't want it to bulk up my sentiment. And then this will be adhered right in the center here. And if you need to kind of angle that a little different, you can. So there's that. And then you have your gold snowflakes, those adhesive backed snowflakes, which are perfect for this product suite. All right, so we'll go ahead and grab those. And I think I kind of had them go across like that. And they're not exactly the same, but that's okay. And then another one up on top right here, like so. And there is card number 3. So simple. And another one, this is card number 4 for tonight. It's nice when I have things all prepped and ready to go. And I love this so much. I love this, these circles. Oh, they're so beautiful. And I always forget the name of them. Spotlight in Nature. It's not okay. We all need these in our life. Garden green ink and iridescent striped ribbon is what we're using in this for that ribbon. We've cut out our gold with the Spotlight in Nature, as well as a piece of basic white with the ribbed edge. And I love this little kind of leafy kind of looking thing going on there. Now what I did to save paper, I cut my circle out of the gold, this larger one, and then this is going to be the layer under all these other layers. So it's actually going to start out right. Okay, our card opens this way. And we're going to add this here. So it's going to layer right there. And when I use anything that is foil, I try to avoid using my Tombow because I make a mess with my glue. And once glue gets on your gold or your foil paper, it tends to dull it, and it's very hard to get off. The more you rub it, the more dull it becomes, and then it's just not so pretty anymore. So that's what I tried to do here. So this is going to adhere to the center, and that way you're not seeing that circle. So it's a way to save on paper. Thank you everyone for joining. Be sure to share, hit the little emojis, that thumbs up and all that good stuff. And I think I forgot to do something. I did. I was supposed to layer that underneath these layers, but that's okay because we'll just come in. Well, I can't do it now. We'll just figure it out because I got carried away. I'll be able to do it. I'm going to slide it under there. Oh, yeah, no problem. Piece of cake. That needs to come in here. Okay. So what it needs to do is just be a little piece that is going to, because then I'm going to tie a knot around it. So I'm going to adhere that to the inside of this. I might have to add some extra adhesive since I kind of messed that up a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. All right, now we got it. There we go. Just kind of reinforce that. All right, we're going to come in here and we're going to tie this around that piece. Just don't pull too tight because I made a boo-boo, because you should have adhered it to the back side of those layers, but I got caught up talking and looking at comments. And angle this and angle this. So you got that. And we're going to stamp on here as well as on our inside piece. I also need to add this down here, so we'll get to that. Getting all over the place now. All right, may your holiday season be filled with warmth. So that comes from this stamp right here. So what we need to do is do some masking. So I know I already have ink on this, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is cover up. Oh, there it is. I'm going to cover this up like so. I'm going to stamp my ink in the pad, and I'm just going to lower that down some. I just want, may your holiday season be filled with warmth. So we're masking. Perfect, right? And you want it up higher in the circle because you want to come in again with this. Now I do need to clean this off because it was in Old Olive. Okay, we're going to do this in Garden Green. Bring this back in because we're going to be doing some stamping off to the, and you're doing that same technique on there. And on this as well, on the inside of our card, we're going to do the lower right-hand corner. Like so. First generation, second generation, but you can see that I didn't get that stamp completely stamped off initially, so it kind of gave it a two-tone. Excuse me. That's okay. All right, so this will go on the inside of your card. Like so. Literally sweating, dripping down me. Gross. I'm ready for fall. I saw fall leaves on one of my favorite trees. It's super vibrant every year, and I noticed that the leaves were changing on half the tree yesterday. Oh, so beautiful. Seems a little early, but we are about to venture into August tomorrow. So stands to reason that it's going to be right around the corner and we'll start seeing those changes. All right. It has been a very warm summer for the most part here in upstate New York. Did you not buy the stamps and dies either, MJ? I think I may regret my decision once I receive the designer series paper. I actually did buy the dies and the stamps, but I only bought the greetings of the season. So I only got these and the dies that go with this, like the tags. But I really like using the circles. I got those without the stamp set. So I kind of was being frugal. So yes, thank you so much. I can't buy everything as much as I'd like to. I've been really trying to be better about that. But I certainly love dies, so especially if they can be multi-purpose uses. So that gets dimensionals, and it's off to, this is off to the left. So now we can add, again, these beautiful dots. And so we got a large one that will go right here, small, and another small down. I think I'm going to put it right there because this is spaced different. And I like the way that looks. So there are all the cards we did. So we got this. So this would make 8 cards so far that we've done. I've got another set of 4 cards, and then we'll move into 6 3D projects. So it's going to go into August, but that's okay. It's great use for all of this wonderful paper and products and all that good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video and got some tips that you can use for projects of your own if you did not order my class. If you did order my class, yay! I'm super excited that you're able to create these cards along with me. So mini Stampin' Blessings. I will see you for video number 3, episode 3 tomorrow. Probably in the evening, I'll announce the time, or it might be pre-recorded, but either way, you'll have the next set of 4 cards in the next video tomorrow. All right, have a great evening, everyone. Bye.